1964, 38 New Yorkers watched through their windows as one of their neighbors was brutally murdered. Her name was Kitty Genovese, a 28-year-old woman.
The Genovese incident, where a young woman coming home late at night from her work was assaulted by somebody who was one of those random, crazy people.
Kitty was running up the block, and Winston Moseley ran after her until she reached the midpoint of the block, almost directly under this streetlight. Moseley caught up with her and stabbed her 4 times in the back. Her screams were loud, unmistakable, and reverberated throughout the entire area.
Lights went on in the windows around the courtyard, so we know that people were seeing this. Nobody called the police.
Somebody who lived on the 7th floor opened his window and yelled out, "What's going on down there?" When Moseley heard somebody yelling out, he ran back to his car. Kitty was still alive. She managed to get up. She staggers around the corner here, still screaming. People in that building heard her as well, and she collapses inside this hallway. There's one apartment above there. It was occupied by Carl Ross. Carl opened his door at the time that Moseley returns, and he saw the second attack taking place. And he did nothing.
After stabbing Kitty another 8 times in this very hallway, the killer ran away, leaving Kitty to bleed to death. Eventually, a neighbor called the police, but it was too late. Kitty died before the ambulance could get her to the hospital.
That shot.
Would you actually, or is that not your honest answer?
Only if I didn't know them, or like it was just someone I knew, I'd help them. If it was someone I didn't like, I'd follow them.
Why does it matter if they're a stranger or not?
Well, it's not going to be weird if I was a stranger.
Packing my bags and giving the academy.
Probably laugh with my friends when I'm walking. Help them.
Probably help them.
Me a rain check.
Positions with the bystanders, I would obviously call the police.
I don't ever want to leave this town.
Yeah.
'Cause after all, the city.
Comfortable with my friends than with some stranger.
I'm more likely to help strangers because I was taught that that's the right thing to do, and it's just friendly.
Sleeps at night, it's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger than that, I'll admit, I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you
Did he fall?
Sure. I'll check downstairs.
Yeah, but the thing is, he always does it to someone he knows. Like a 100. Yeah, that's what I can run like a 400. And then I start to like shoot myself.
Like, I was on a good side for a while. One person.
Stay